we watch a movie?
Yeah, what's Daddy doing? You may.
Take a shower. Can we watch Ice Surfer or Walk by Rodeo?
When Daddy comes out, you can ask him. Hey guys, come on in. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna grab some oils. I have a bunch here. Comment or just you can unmute too if you want to tell us what you're wearing tonight, what oils you're putting on. I have Believe and Magnify Your Purpose here. Love those too. Grab a notepad, grab some water, some ningxia. Just gonna let everyone kind of join. What you guys are putting out tonight. Some clarity. Yes, I have it in my kitchen, Denise. I've been diffusing it. I really like diffusing it. And I was like, where is it? Normally I have it right here to like grab and put on my forehead. Stress away, patchouli. Yay. Love patchouli. We're going to talk about the very beginning parts of how to become a brand partner tonight. And so if you have specific questions, I will open that up at the end because I know so many of you are brand partners here joining in. So thank you for coming tonight. When do you guys like to put your oils? I always put them like crown on my head, like right here. And then just breathe them in or like bridge of my nose. See, Kylene, you're inhaling them. Yes, that's a good thing too. I always use my hair as a diffuser too. Where do you have a favorite spot? Oh, people always ask me, where do I put them? What do I do? I'm like, just put them on, just get them on you. We all have like our favorite ways and places to put them. I'm just curious where you guys like to put your oils. Wrist. I see Melinda, you're putting yours on your wrist. Yeah, that's always good. Okay. Well, welcome the last Monday of the month, and it's all for our brand partners and those that are desiring to become brand partners and want to know a little bit more about what it looks like. My name is Sarah Stutzman, and I'm a platinum leader with the, or I shouldn't say that. We're still getting used to all the new language because Young Living just changed it over not too long ago. So I'm a platinum brand partner. I have reached the highest of platinum, but usually stay consistent at gold. So I have been doing this for 7 years, and I am just so grateful for this opportunity. I look back and think I am so grateful for saying yes 7 years ago, because our journey looked like, where do I even begin? We decided that I would stay home when our second was born. And that was always a desire for me to stay home. Like I've always wanted to stay home. I resigned from teaching, loved teaching, but I wanted to be home with my children more than anything. And so my husband found a full-time job. He owned his own business, but then we didn't have insurance and stuff. And so he decided I'm going to find a full-time job in his profession with another company. And so he closed the doors on his business and went to work for someone else so that I could stay home and raise our children. I always felt like it was just weird for me not making money. I was like, I'm just used to like being independent and having a job and, contributing. And our daughter, our third born daughter, had a lot of respiratory issues. She didn't sleep well. She had digestive issues. And so a friend of mine gave me her lavender. Now, I had been using oils for, oh gosh, since I was 16. Like I was just dabbling in oils. I loved the whole like natural medicine, holistic ways. Old soul, because I didn't grow up that way. Like, I was 80s child. I still loved like all the perfumes and all the chemical concoctions that you could get at like Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. And, but I still thought herbs and oils are really intriguing. But a friend of mine introduced me to Young Living. And prior to that, I was researching how to increase milk supply, and Young Living came up, and I was like, you can't ingest oils. Like all of this, like, came up in my head. You probably get that as well. Like you can't ingest oils. And so I just kind of disregarded it. I wish I would have listened, because fennel, oh my word, if you have a mama friend that needs to increase milk supply, give them fennel. I have given many mamas fennel, and they usually wake up needing some towels in the middle of the night. TMI, but I'm just saying, I wish I would have listened to that Google search that I did. But later on, it takes about 7 to 11 times for someone to hear something over and over again, right? 7 to 11 times. And I would even say that's quite low. I want you to think about like Facebook ads that pop up. If you are even like, oh my word, if you're even thinking about something, or you're talking in conversation with someone and you have your phone around, guess what pops up on Instagram or Facebook ads, right? Those things you were talking about. Or if you searched and you Googled, infrared lights, I don't know, or saunas, guess what pops up? All those things. And because it's marketing knows how to get in our face and to continue to show up, because they know we want something, right? And so we don't have that technology to be like popping up in people's, Facebook feeds, right? So we just have to have constant conversations with people over and over and over again in a loving way, right? And listening for their need. And so my friend, she knew I loved oils. She doesn't do the Young Living business. She's not really a brand. Well, she is a brand partner, but she's not actively like sharing with, people on a regular basis, like having classes and all of that. But she will share as needed if she has a friend in need. And she knew that I was a friend in need. My baby wasn't sleeping. And so she gave me her whole bottle of lavender. She's like, just take it. And I was like, but that's your whole bottle of lavender. She's like, just give it back when, you're done. And my baby slept. And I was like, how do I get more of this? But at the same time, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was like, this bottle is $23 compared to my bottle of my Now brand for $9. But I smelled the difference. She was talking to me over and over again. And I just couldn't get it out of my head. Like, well, that my Now brand is $9. But when she gave me the oil and I smelled it and I used it, the oils speak for themselves, ladies. So I think sometimes we talk more than just giving people the oils. Like, take this bottle of oil. What sample can I give you? Come over to my house, right? Because the oils sell themselves. The stories, the testimonies, the healing power that these oils have. So I want you to think, who introduced you to oils? And you can I want you to write this down if you already haven't. And if you have already written this down, you can refine this over and over. Who introduced you to oils? When were you introduced? Because some of you were introduced to Young Living, you may have started an account, because our company was founded in 1994. Gary Young founded our company in 1994, but prior to that, he was doing so much research. And so it wasn't that he just was like, I'm starting Young Living today. He was doing the research. He was doing the healing on himself because he needed the healing. If you don't know the story, Gary Young was paralyzed in a logging accident, and he was told he was never going to walk again. And he tried all different measures not to live. And he finally realized, well, I'm meant to be here. And so he started as his healing journey in a more of a natural approach, obviously. And then he discovered oils, but he was using oils in supplements. And so we have the most powerful supplements because they bring nutrients to the cells. You're not just wasting all those nutrients and peeing and pooping them out. They actually are bioavailable and our body can utilize them. So he started with the supplements prior to, really running full steam ahead with the oils. And so where was I going with that? So 1994. So maybe some of you had an account and then you left it go inactive and you found someone on our team or someone, I know there's other folks here that are on various other teams, but you found someone that was going to educate you and support you. And our community is so important because you can go get oils anywhere, right? But our therapeutic grade oils and the community makes it like dynamic because you need support. And it's not even just oil support. Sometimes it might be a friend, sharing, I'm just thinking, thermography scans, or naturopathic doctors. It's leading you down all these different holistic paths that are going to lead to your healing. And so it's not just oils, but it introduces you to a whole nother level of taking care of your body and people that get it, like people that aren't going to be like, you do what? Like they get it and they want to support you and they want to offer help and love and prayers to you. And so the community is amazing. So I want you to think about who introduced you, when did you reactivate? Maybe you reactivated too. And what was your need? What were you searching for? And maybe you want to put that in the comments. What were you searching for? Did you have a specific medical condition that you were exhausted? You exhausted all avenues of the medical field. Were you just looking for sleep support for yourself, for a child? Maybe digestive support? Maybe you wanted cleaning supplies that weren't going to make your nose hair burn, right? Like what were you looking for? Okay. Thyroid support. Denise, you use Sunbreeze oil. Yep. Use a different brand. I remember Sarah introduced you, right? Yes. Emotional support. I just had a woman that came for a Zyto scan and a foot detox. And she told me she got off of all her antidepressants. She was on antidepressants for 4+ years. Just by using Joy, she got off of her antidepressants. Isn't that amazing? She said it was a slow wean, but she doesn't take them anymore because of Joy. Isn't that amazing? Like the testimonies are incredible. So stress relief, absolutely. Migraines, digestive issues. And when you find that oil that works for you, it's like, yes. And it might not be like an aha where it's like all gone, but you actually have relief and you're finding answers and it feels so good. So everything that you just wrote down, that is your story. Just like I shared my story, that is your story. And so when you are with people, you get to share that story, gather testimonies. Like I just shared with you, that woman that sat here and told me about Joy, like that's a testimony. I can share that with someone else. And I can keep that in my back pocket, like in my little notebook, of when I have someone else that I know is struggling and may need some support with emotional support, or they're like, I'm done with antidepressants, or I don't want to take anxiety medicine anymore. I have a story for them. I'm like, well, all I know is this helped someone else I know. It could help you. Not every oil is going to be the same for every person, right? But you can at least give people options. And how do you do that? Gathering testimonies, using oils yourself. Like we have to be using them. We have to have an experience. And let me tell you, clarity, Denise, I hated that oil. I would put that on and I'm like, oh, this stuff stinks. Yes. But now I'm like, I crave it. I put it on my forehead. And it really does help me have like more mental focus. I put it in the diffuser. Cedarwood, Everyone's like, that makes you sleep like a baby. Cedarwood's amazing. I'm like, oh my God, it smells like cat pee. Are you kidding me? You want me to use this? Like, oh, there was oils I got. I'm sure you did too, right? And you're like, this is nasty. But you keep using it because your body needs it. If you don't like it, put it on the bottom of your feet. Tell people that. Put it on the bottom of your feet, put some socks on. Even if you take that bottle and you put it in your pocket or in your bra, those molecules, they're living molecules, and it's crazy, but your body's resonating with it because it's within that 6-inch sphere. It's like muscle testing or nutrition response testing, if you're familiar. NRT, look it up. I go to an NRT doctor and she holds up all these vials of stuff, bacteria, supplements, and she tests me by just pushing down on my arm. If I can't resist her, my body is weak because my nerves are coming to the derma points. And it's sending a signal that I'm weak in that area just from holding something within my 6-inch sphere. A bacteria, it could be a Lyme's bacteria, it could be a virus, it could be vaccine shedding, whatever it is. It says I'm weak in that area, or thyroid and adrenals. So if you're holding that oil within that 6-inch sphere on a constant basis, your body's getting used to it. All right. So putting it on your feet, whatever. Now I love cedarwood. Tell me your oil that you hated when you got and now you love and crave. Because I think it's important to be honest with people. Like, yeah, there's oils that I think are stinky. Pettigrain. I did a Zyto for pettigrain, or I did a Zyto and pettigrain came up and I don't have that oil. And I'm like, ooh, pettigrain. It's distilled from green oranges, unripened oranges. It's very earthy. I can't even explain it. I don't love it, but my body was needing it. And so I bought it and I'm using it. Angela, you didn't like Valor. Oh, and that's okay. But you love the Kid Power, and that is like Valor. Yeah. Patchouli. And now you love it. Digize. Oh yeah, that's a stinky one. Yep. So these are stories we tell people, okay? That's what being a brand partner, you have experiences, you get testimonies, you share these things with people, you listen for their need. And so I think brand partners, there's customers, right? We just love our products. We love them and we're cool using them on ourselves. But there is something about just caring for other people, right? And everyone loves other people, right? But it takes, like, think about nurses and doctors. It takes special people to actually listen for people's needs and be like, you know what, I hear you and I'm resonating with you and I want to support you. I want to help you because I have answers. And so you're sitting down with people and you're helping them find answers. You're seeing the need. And that's what a brand partner does. Okay. And we can do that in multiple ways. We can do that with, the traditional oil parties, right? We call them classes, we call them parties. Denise, I think you said it's parties are they're more fun, right? Aroma parties, because we're getting together, we're smelling oils, we're telling testimonies, we're putting oils on people. We're seeing them firsthand having those amazing reactions. If they have headaches and you're putting peppermint, letting them smell peppermint and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a headache anymore. Like firsthand, people are witnessing other people feeling better. So those aroma parties or classes, you can do it that way. You can share on social media. Okay. Social media is huge. The only downfall is that people don't get to experience those oils. And remember, oils talk for themselves. People have to experience them because everyone's chemistry is personal chemistry is different. And so when you put an oil on, it might smell different in the bottle, but when you put it on your skin, it might have a completely different smell. So it might smell different on me than it does on Janelle or Kylene. And it's going to work in a completely different way too. So getting oils on people is important. So you can send samples if you're sharing on social media and someone messages you, you can be like, hey, I can send you a sample of what this smells like. Obviously Thieves isn't going to give you immune support in one time, right? But lavender might help someone sleep. Digize might help someone with digestive issues. So listen for people's needs. Brand partners listen for people's needs, and then they give suggestions. Okay. One-on-ones, just sitting down with people, inviting people over to your home, having the diffuser going. People might ask questions. I mean, that's more of like an introduction to, this lifestyle where people are like, oh, what smells so good? And then they might start asking questions. So it's not really being intentional with educating. It's just more of an exposure. And then vendor events. That's another way to expose people. But again, you have to be very intentional with vendor events. You have to collect people's information rather than just handing out business cards. Business cards go in the trash. When you have people's information, you have the power. You have the power to follow up, contact them, invite them over for, a class, or invite them to, do like a Zyto scan. I know some of you have Zyto scans or Itovi scans. It's not necessary to do the business, but some of us have those. And sending samples. Did I say that? Oh, and markets, like farmers markets are starting up. So markets are kind of like vendor events. I will say to possibly avoid like making things and selling things, because that opens up a whole worm of like legalities. So you can't necessarily label a thieves roller with thieves. It has to have, maybe it would say immune support, and then you couldn't even say it's young living. It has to say therapeutic grade because you're personally making that roller. And you're not bringing people into the community. And remember, community is important. And so you're just selling them something and then they're on their own. So I go back and forth with that because yes, you might get a really good, happy customer, but you really, the purpose is to equip and empower people to do this on their own, right? And to take control over their health and to get to the root of some of their issues, right? And so when we're just making things and selling things, that's not really equipping them to do it themselves, right? So that might be like, hey, Betsy, can I come over and I will show you how to make a roller bottle? When's a good time for you? Tuesday afternoon or Thursday evening? Like, give them two options. I'll sit down with you. I'll bring the thieves over, or if, when you get your thieves in the mail, I'll bring a roller bottle for you. I'll bring my coconut oil and I'll show you exactly what I purchased from Amazon. I'll show you exactly how I make it. And then you can do the same. If you do sell, if you do share on social media, it's just following up with people. Maddie's on here. I'm gonna call out Maddie. Maddie, I met Maddie on social media, and it's just conversations back and forth via message. Say, hey, when you get your oils, let me know. Can I call you? Can we set up a time to talk? And just going over, what they might have questions about. Sending them, I have some other friends that I've sent, some recipes to on social media. Hey, when you get your oils, let me know. And then it's like, okay, well, how do I use this peppermint? How do I use tangerine? Because I got these oils for free. What do I do with them, right? And so you can go to the Grow group. You can go to Life Steps app. If you don't have Life Steps app, it is a free app that you can download. If you want the business part of it, which I think is really great, it's $8 a month. And it unlocks like the pro, and then you get a little website with it too. And it has all the information that, you can send right from your own little website, all about peppermint or all about tangerine, with video links and everything. So Life Steps app. So those are ways to share. And it doesn't matter what you share about. What matters is that you commit. It takes commitment. Just like any other profession. If you say, I'm going to be a doctor, right? You go through med school, you do all of those things, and you get, to where you want to be. And then you're like, I don't think this is for me, right? You spend a lot of money. You spend a lot of money to go through med school. Whereas this is like, it's a really low buy-in, right? And so it's really easy not to commit. So it all starts in here. It's such a mind thing. Like, I think we get in the way of our own selves a lot. We don't commit because, how do I say this? We don't commit because sometimes we buffer. I do this where I'm like, I should be making these phone calls. I should be setting up classes. I should be going out and maybe meeting new people, forming new relationships, but I'm more comfortable here. And so I'm just going to do the laundry and I'm going to mop my floor. I'm going to clean my office, right? I do that. It's buffering. We have to commit and write it in our calendar. 3 things, right? I'm going to post today on social media. I'm going to connect with one of my new members. I'm going to follow up with, someone that said they had a question. I don't know. I'm just pulling things out right now, but like 3 things, maybe write 3 things down a day that you need to do to commit. So what is the buy-in? I said it's really low, right? Well, when you become a customer, the beautiful thing about Young Living is we don't have to purchase a kit anymore. So that buy-in is really low as well. If you have a friend that just wants lavender, they can go to the Young Living website, put lavender in their cart, use your member number, and they check out. And that's it, right? Super simple. Then if they come to you and be like, I love this lavender, it was like amazing and I want more product and I want to be able to share this with other people. What do I do? Then they get the brand essentials kit. It's $30. They go and they put that in their cart. They check out and it switches them from customer to brand partner. And then they can use their member number, their referral ID. They can use it and collect commission. Everyone has a referral ID. Everyone has a member number. And let me see if I can show you what that looks like. I should have this up for you guys. But everyone has a member number, whether they are a customer or a brand partner. I'm going to sign into my husband's account. Okay, so when you sign into your account, you scroll all the way down, it says Share Young Living. And this is where your personal referral link is, right there. All you have to do is copy link and you send it to whoever you're talking to about oils. The other thing that you can do is right here, member number. A lot of times I just give people my member number. I'm like, you know what? You add everything to your cart. At checkout, they're going to ask for a referral link or a referral ID. You're going to put this number in the enroller and sponsor space. That's it. This is new. This is a deep link generator where if you have a friend that just wants lavender, I'm going to look it up here. Click on lavender. I'm going to copy this URL. I'm going to go back to share YL. Why did you do that to me? Sorry, guys. Hold on tight. I'm going to go back to share YL. And I'm going to paste that URL here. Lavender essential oil, generate link. And right here's that link. And do you see at the end, that's my husband's member number. That will have your member number on it. So if you have someone that just wants lavender or just wants the insect repellent, you can do that deep link generator. If you have a website or you have maybe another brand partner that has a website, they can put those deep link generators on. Let's say you have someone that is like their niche is animals and they just want to keep like, or maybe they're even like a pet groomer and they want to carry like animal stuff on their website. So people can go to their website and purchase those things. They can just do those deep links right on their website. Okay. So that's how you find your referral link. And when you have a new member, I'm not great at this. I should be better at this. There's me buffering again, but you could send your new member their referral link. So if you are a customer or if you are a brand partner, everyone has a referral link. To unlock that referral link to get commission, you have to become a brand partner. Okay, some people just want to share and they're like, I don't need a commission, I'll just share and I'm just happy to help you. But if people want to gain a commission, they would have to get that brand partner kit. And so I should show you what that looks like. It is I always get it confused. Just like I said, it's brand essentials, I think. Yes, the business essentials kit. I'm still learning all the new language. So you have your business essentials kit right here, $29.95. They would add it to their cart. You would add it to your cart if you want to become a brand partner. And then what that does, it gives you the Rise booklet, which is all about how to build a young living business. And we would work through that together if you prefer, or you can just do it on your own. But I know a lot of people they're back and forth. If you're really gung-ho about like, I want to do this and I want to hit this rank, I'm like, I'm all in. We would work together and have, coaching calls once a week, every other week. But then there are some folks that are more like casual, like I want to get a business essential kit, but I want to take it at my speed. I want to dip my toe in. I want to see what this is like. Right. And that's fine too. And so we work, at your speed. So you would add it to your cart and then this is what it would look like. So this is what the compensation plan looks like. And you can look this up on Young Living's website too. So remember how I said that being a brand partner, you have to gather testimonies. You have to gather your own stories from other people. That means you need to be using the oils, right? Because you had that aha moment. I'm sure there's other oils out there that are going to give you more like aha moments and, or supplements or Ningxia, right? That you're going to fall in love with. And so Young Living asks, and this is amazing, they have changed this. Normally as a brand partner, you would have to order 100 PV, so like $100 worth every month in order to get a commission check. Young Living changed that. And so anyone that is a distributor to executive only has to have 100 CV. So that means your order plus your members orders, okay, your personally enrolled members orders, 100 CV. So if you, Janelle, are a brand new brand partner and you just enrolled someone and they bought thieves and the insect repellent, let's just say that comes to about $75, right? 75 PV. That means your order, right? You could be like, okay, I really only have to order 25 PV, right? But if you're on subscribe to save, you definitely want to do the 50 PV to get those points back. So, so really you don't have to order that whole 100. It would just be your order plus your member's order until you get to silver. All right. And once you're silver, then you will have to order that 100 PV. So what does it look like? What does commission look like? So you get 24% commission from new customers for their first 3 months. And then after that, you're level 1. So you're personally enrolled, you get 8%. So they start building you into more of a business leader because you're gathering more customers as you grow your business, right? But they like to give you that, Young Living likes to give you that 24% for the first 3 months, because it just helps you up front right away. And so that's why I like to enroll, at least 2 or 3 new customers every single month, because then you always have that 24% commission coming in, right, from those new customer orders. So I'm not even going to get into different levels, but okay, yes, I will. So let's say, Janelle, you enrolled Sally, and then Sally enrolls a friend, right? She enrolls a customer, and that would be your level 2, Janelle, because it's one of your members that has enrolled. Okay. So then there's different earning commissions on each level, but Young Living's commission, their compensation plan is incredible. I've heard it from so many people that they have been with other companies, or like there's people out there that research compensation plans. They're like, they want the best compensation plan, because some people will just join a company just for their compensation plan. And so I should have, I did have it up. The income disclosure. Is it gonna come up for me? I think it logged me out of that. Let me see. So what does it look like to create an income with Young Living? See, look at that. It just keeps logging me out. Sorry, guys. It's just doing its own thing. There it comes back. This is so weird. That was really weird. Okay. So what does it look like to create an income with Young Living? Like I said, I've been doing this for it's like 7.5 years. And any kind of business, any kind of brick and mortar, home-based business that you do, it's going to take time to build that business, all right? And so at first, it's going to be oils that are going to be discounted or free coming, when you get that income back in the form of a direct deposit right in your bank account. And then executive, right here, executive, that was like our, this is amazing. That means, our whole order is paid for, because these oils, we relied on them very heavily for my daughter, who had a lot of respiratory and digestive issues. And so we had to have them. I had like a stash of RC, because anytime she got that croupy cough, I just knew it. And I would like make her a little chest rub, put Digels on her belly when she had, a lot of discomfort, because, she had a lot of food sensitivities. So we relied heavily on these oils. So executive is like, I could purchase all my oils, the order that I needed. And then I had some left over for groceries and to be able to provide for our family. Some of those things I wasn't providing at the time. So Star, your average, this is an annual income, but thinking back to when I was at that rank, Star is your first rank. It was probably around $50 a month, right? And so that was big, because that would cover, at least, my ER, or what was ER then, my subscribe to save order, or even half of it at that time. Senior Star was about $100, $100 a month. And then executive was about $300 to $400 a month, which I said that was huge, because by that time we were also seeing a muscle response testing doctor, our NRT doctor. And so we were seeing doctors outside of, what insurance covered. And so we had to pay those bills. And so that executive check paid that, or helped support that. So I want you to think about, what are some things in your life, especially with things that are like, cost of things are rising, guys. What would that extra income look like for you? Or what has it helped you with at this point? Silver check is about like $700 to $1,000 a month. And then gold is about $4,000 to $5,000 a month. All right. And then platinum, that's about 7,000, that could be $7,000 to $12,000 a month, right? So just to give you that rough estimate, because these are just annual incomes, and they changed that. It used to look like months. And then they give you like what it looks like, how long it would take you. And those are low, average, and high. It depends on how, you know, how much of that commitment and consistency you're willing to give. And it all comes down to what you're willing to give, the mindset barriers that you're willing to break and work on. That's the hardest part. And that's still something I'm working on as well. And so let me stop share here. You can look this up on Young Living, but it's because I'm talking about the business, I'm talking about income, I have to share this. Plus I wanted to show you guys what it would look like, right? To create an income. So what do you guys think? Yes, Denise, did you want to share? Or you? Yeah.
Yes. I just wanted to mention the Life Steps app.
Mhm.
You can make your own website on that, and there's the free version, and there's the pro version, which is like $8 a month. It is unbelievable. And that way you also can send them your website. It looks professional and it links right to your account. So when it says buy now and they go there and they sign up, it's linked to you.
Mhm.
So that's another way to do it. Because then they also get like, there's that little video in the beginning, and then there's information about seed to seal and all that stuff. So, and you can write, they get the newsletters there, and it changes every month automatically. You don't have to do anything. It's just amazing. To me, I really love it.
Yeah, it's an incredible business tool for $8 a month. And that's the other thing as a brand partner, as you start to grow and build your business, it is important to think about business tools too. So thank you, Denise. And that's a really inexpensive business tool, $8 a month, because you're going to be creating an income. And guess what? You're going to have some tax write-offs too for that as well. And so you'll have to, you'll want to claim your business expenses, and that's something that you can claim too. So I know we've done a whole video on tax write-offs as well. So what I wanted to share, just what it looks like to become a brand partner, how to share, how much you would actually earn, because let's talk numbers. People want to just know, what are the numbers? What am I going to earn? But it's going to, like I said, it's going to take that time. It's going to take that consistency. And so looking at the trajectory of our economy right now and the cost of everything going up, right? I really think it's a wise choice for people to say yes to another stream of income. My business coach, I had a business coach for a little while, just for other businesses that we run. But she says she has like 9 streams of income. I was like, what? And that had my wheels spinning. Like, why put all your eggs in one basket? Why rely on one job, one way of earning an income? It's important to think outside the box, right? So what are your questions? You can open it. I'll open it up. If you can just unmute yourself. What are your questions about brand partnership? Is there anything I didn't cover? For the basics, or even if you have questions, if you've been a brand partner for a little while. Yeah, Kylie, that they did make it the visual. The website is beautiful now, and it's really easy to find. And if you go to, which I didn't show you tonight, but member resources, there are tons of videos all about the compensation plan and things that you can use to share with other people as well. So utilize member resources. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is, Angela, we have to get ourselves out of that hustle mindset. If you go to Kristen Boss, I know some of you probably have listened to her. Have you listened to Kristen Boss, Angela? Yeah, Kristen Boss, her podcasts are amazing. She is so against the hustle culture, which I was in hustle culture for a very long time. Yes, I think that's when my business was thriving, but I was burnt out and I wasn't present with my family. And so there has to be a balance. There really does. And so I feel like there's a really good balance right now. And the commitment is committing to yourself too, that like, I'm going to do 1 hour a day, right? Answering emails, touching base with new customers, touching base with new brand partners, and you can't feel guilty. It's just that commitment to you and your business, right? And so it's disciplined, right? It really is. And you'll feel better when you're disciplined because you have a plan instead of just being like, I have to work my business today, but I don't know what to do. I have to post something today, but I don't know what to post. And we all get in those cycles. I do as well. But I feel so much better when I have that plan. So if someone just wants to buy an oil or two and you share your link to add to cart, do they not get a Young Living ID assigned? Does it count under my PV? Yes. Yes, you still have, you're a brand partner, Melinda. And so you would give them your member ID or your referral link, and it would count as your PV, and they would be on your team. They will still have a Young Living referral link, but they just won't collect commission because they'll be a customer. Yeah. And some people are okay with that. I actually have a member of my team. She's a bus driver. And so she does, that unemployment in the summertime. And so she can't show an income. And so she has to be really careful. So some people just don't want to collect an income because of certain things, other things in their life. Does anyone use an app for Facebook posts? Can you specify that, Kylene? You can unmute yourself.
I had to do quite a few posts this month in April on our team.
Mhm.
And when I was given that task, there's certain subjects I wanted to do. And my first thought was to go learn an app like Cinch Share or something like that to drop something into Facebook. So, and then I was just making it way too complicated because I'd spend hours and hours trying to learn this app and it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So then I just went back to just simple, but I didn't know if other people use apps to spruce up their Facebook posts.
So not necessarily schedule.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be even schedule.
Okay.
I was scheduling them, but I didn't know if people used like apps to design them.
Okay. I use Canva.
Okay.
Canva.com.
I've heard that. Okay.
I've used that for a really long time. I do have a membership with it just because I was buying, you can use it for free, but then you can buy little graphics for like $1 here and there. But that's a good one. That's what I use. I don't know if anyone else has another one that they use.
I've heard of that and used it very minimal, but I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, I love Canva just because it's for me, it's easy to use. It's easier than Photoshop, and you can do so much with like even reels and like all the videos and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Angela, you've seen share in the past. Stop using it and just take. Yeah, I just do the Facebook scheduler too, Kylene. Like I'll just go in and schedule. Yeah, I just find that those apps to share or to schedule are more overwhelming.
Yeah, I wanted to do the thing with scheduling is I wanted to post a link and pictures, but you can only do one or the other.
Okay.
So, but I want to do everything.
I know. I know. Yeah. Oh, so when you schedule, you can only put a picture or a link.
Yeah, I mean, you can put information, but once I put a picture in, then I can't go in and put a link. At least I can't. Maybe it
Okay.
can be done.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
it
was
should
just-
be.
I was just struggling with that.
Mhm.
I think you could put a link. It just won't be, you know how when you do a link sometimes it has a picture of the site you're going to.
Yeah.
I think you could put a link. It just won't default to the picture of the site. It'll be whatever picture you put in there.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you just click the X. If it does bring up the website's picture, you can just, yeah, you can exit and put your
Okay.
own picture, or put the picture first and then put the link.
Okay. I have
Well,
one more to schedule, so that's
Careful. Be careful about putting the link out there if it's for everyone. What I never add, you mean the link to the Zoom, your Zoom meeting?
no, I'm talking about links, to like Young Living Farms.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I wanted to put a couple pictures of the Africa farm or, something like that. And then also include the link that someone can go in and watch like a YouTube video or of Young Living Farms, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and these are, again, these are all like the learning curves of the business too, and you'll get it.
Yeah,
just keep
I've learned a
asking.
lot.
Just
I've
keep
learned a lot
asking.
of what to do and what not to do. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
check out Canva.
Yeah, check out Canva. If you have questions, please reach out and let me know.
Okay.
But yes, okay, so Get Whaling site has a program with tons of ready to use posts. Melinda said, okay, Get Whaling site. Okay, any other questions? You can feel free to reach out to me. But yeah, it's consistency, commitment, connection. Remember those 3 C's when you are, a brand partner: commitment, consistency, and connection with people, right? And so it's constantly just listening for people's needs and meeting them where they're at. Even if they just want one oil, that's one oil that's entering their home, and that could impact their lives, right? And so I love that Young Living changed that we're not boxing people into a whole kit, even though that kit's amazing and it's a great way to start. Some people just might be able to afford lavender and that's their starting point. And so we just have to meet them where they're at, right? And they'll honor that and they'll value that you care for them more than pushing oils on them, right? So thank you all for joining tonight and being here and learning. If you have questions, or if you ever want to schedule a Tuesday call with me, I always have Tuesdays open for my brand partners. Those are always open for brand partners or customers as well, just to have conversation and talk and goal set, hash out whatever you need hashed out. Next Monday is May already. That's crazy. We're trying to reschedule Carissa Hawk. She fell ill last Monday night, so we all had a little Monday night off. My daughter was actually ill as well, so we're trying to reschedule for that Monday. If not, there'll be something surprise on the schedule. I'm planning something. If she can't do Monday, I was going to do like a teen hormone class for next Monday night, and then Denise is on for the following Monday, and that's going to be Denise and Rebecca Blau. They're going to be talking about vitality oils and some recipes for those vitality oils. If you ever want to partner for a Monday night, we're open for suggestions. If there's something that you love to talk about and share about that we haven't done so far on a Monday, or even if we did, please send them my way. I'd love to have you. You guys have an amazing week. Thank you. Be blessed.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys. Yeah.